What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 2 for 2, your sports podcast for the culture, by the voices of the culture. I'm your host, Quis, and I'm here as always, my brother Nell, and we back on the pod today, man. Got another episode for you guys, man. It's season 3, episode 88. Guess what? The NBA playoffs are here. Nell, my boy, what's up with you? How you doing?
Chill, man. It's all good, man. NBA, like you said, NBA playoffs are here. I'm excited for it. This will be first time in, I don't know, 6-7 years I get to just enjoy the playoffs and not be stressed out.
Yeah.
My team decided to take the year off.
You wouldn't have been watching.
It was good and bad. It's good and bad.
Yeah, I can finally say that I wished at the beginning of the NBA season. Do you remember what I wished for? I wish that we would be on this pod around this time discussing us preparing to beat that ass again. And unfortunately, you got lucky. You don't got to worry about that. But the worst part for me is now you're going to full-blown hate watch all playoff.
It's not what I do. I just enjoy both teams.
Got me over here looking
I just enjoy basketball.
Okay.
That's what the season has done a lot for me. It's just brought me back to loving basketball.
I have some messages in my phone that were
feels like a kid again. I feel like a kid again. Sixers suck, and I can just watch the rest of the NBA.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. We're going to get into the NBA. The playoffs, man. I just thought about this. Shout out to Paige Beckers. Number one overall pick in the WNBA draft last night. Shout out to her.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, going to have to slide down DC and catch a couple games, man.
Yeah, we can do that.
I got to go see the Sparks. Got to go see my squad.
You can go see your girl Haley Van Lith?
We definitely might have to tap into her too. Yeah.
That'd be fun. Yeah, so shout out to that, man. WNBA draft got some waves last night, can't lie. But let's hop right into this NBA playoff content. Fortunately, by the time you all hear this, the playing will be over mostly. So no need to really get into that. But there's some good matchups. Ja versus Steph, that should be fun. Trae Young and the guys. Right? Yep. Trae Young versus Paolo. I mean, that'll be gotta force the entertainment there.
I'm scared a little bit for the Warriors.
Are you?
You know they're 0-3 in playing games.
They have been playing, but they've been playing like Bron.
They also played Ja too. And the Kings. They lost to the Kings.
Memphis is scary. I agree with you. Like, I've been telling folks all day, I'm like, look, Ja Morant the worst part about this night for the Warriors is that Ja Morant could very well just get hot. You only got one game.
It's just one game.
It's just one game. So, yeah, we'll see. That's going to be an interesting one. But, man, out of these teams in the playoffs, man, the guys in the playoffs, coaches, who do you think, man, right now needs a championship run the most? We always talked about Tatum before. He got his, whatever. Now, who's next? Who's that person?
I've been going back and forth with this, and it's tough. It's because I think you could say OKC and Shea, but I feel like they got one more year before like the pressure's really on them. You could say Donovan Mitchell, but like just don't really think he's held to that standard as a superstar like the others, where we're really putting pressure on him and expecting him to deliver a championship. Everything's a surprise. Anytime Utah was the top team in the West, it was a shock. And they're just a good regular season team. He's always been, someone that can really shine and ball out on really good regular season teams. Not something we've come to expect in the postseason. I mean, you could argue that's a reason why he does need a run, but I don't think anyone at the end of the career would be like, Donovan Mitchell really didn't get the most out of his career not winning a championship. I think you definitely will say that about guys like Luka, Harden, Shea's getting to that point eventually. So it's honestly, it's really hard for me to pick one. I got a couple teams that probably need to make deep playoff runs, not necessarily championship. I definitely think the Cavs need to make a deep playoff run this year. Not necessarily championship, but they can't lose to anyone.
They gotta get a championship.
They can't lose to anyone but Boston.
One seed. They fired the coach to get
doesn't always work like that.
It should though.
They got a really good. I'm still worried about Jared Allen and Mobley in the playoffs. Just
Evan Mobley might. Evan Mobley's getting all NBA votes.
I mean, he's definitely had an incredible year. Turned his game around, shot more threes, became more of a perimeter player, and offensive scorer for them. I just don't like the matchup with Boston, but I mean, they played them well this year in the regular season, albeit.
Didn't they beat them? They won.
It was
Did they
it was
split that
2-2.
series? I was
It
gonna
was
say
2-2.
they split that series.
But gosh, I'm gonna go with. Honestly, I can't pick. Every team. Every team. We talked about this a little. Every team that you would say needs to make a championship run, the players and teams that you say need a championship to validate, their greatness. I just don't feel like they got championship rosters. If you look at Tatum and the Celtics, like that's just a juggernaut, and they already got one. You can say Giannis, but that squad stinks. Especially without Dame. So I don't know, man. I'm lost. I feel like the Knicks need a playoff run. Luka could definitely use a run, but
hold on.
I don't like putting pressure on. Don't put hold on. Y'all did all them trades in the summer. Like it was supposed to be Sixers, Celtics, Knicks. The Sixers folded. So I mean Knicks should be able to slide right in there, right? Am I right?
The Knicks.
Y'all made all them trades, traded all them first round picks. Gotta justify it somehow.
To make a run, sure.
I said deep run. I didn't say championship. I just said deep run.
You gave the Cavs a break at Celtics, and that would be our second round matchup. So like, what do you want us to do?
It's a chills team. Like who went out in off season last summer, and you would say did more to try to make a championship run this year?
The Knicks, the Thunder.
I mean, y'all the one that brought in Cat, Mikal.
It's got to mesh, man.
Gave OG $200 million.
He earned it. OG had a great season.
Had a great year.
Honestly, I like my team. But go ahead.
As you should.
Is that who you that's who you got that needs
Not
it?
really.
You don't trust that, right? You don't feel like that. You don't feel like we're there. You don't. I don't
want to pick Luka because I'm not really a fan of big shakeups mid, at the trade deadline like that. And then expecting you to go like that's a team that's a year away. Like next year, I think depending on what they do in the summer.
What about the Warriors? Same deal.
Again, I mean, like you make a midseason trade. I mean, they played great afterwards, and still ended up in a play-in. But I mean, if they don't win, if they lose in the first or second round, like Steph still got 4. I mean, they still got next year to retool and a full season with Jimmy. We know they're going to be one of the top 6 teams in the West.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough. I mean, really, I guess we're just looking at. I mean, I guess you can throw the Cavs in there, the Knicks, and you got to look at OKC and maybe the Clippers. I mean, how many more years of a healthy Kawhi we got left? I mean, Harden's had an All NBA year.
I mean, I have great expectations for them. Not expectations. I think they'll do really well, but I don't think anybody is expecting them to do it either. Like I think they're a dark horse right now. Now I feel what you're saying about thought about Spider. Like you said, but they don't even get the media circus that would come with like the expectation of they gotta win it. But I mean, I do think for them though, if they don't win it this year, I don't see what else. Like I don't think if they can't get past Boston this year, I don't think they are going to get that much better next year that they would be able to try again and do it again.
I agree.
I agree. So I feel like if you're going to do it, what they said, Jaylen Brown got a bum knee right now. It's probably the best team Donovan Mitchell
has ever been a part of. Probably the best he's played in his career.
Yeah, so we'll see, man.
They certainly got to make a run.
But still, like you said, Boston's favorite, OKC is favorite. Are you taking one of those two, or are you going to go with the field? You don't even got to pick. Just to say, you going one of those two?
I'm taking Boston. I'll take Boston to come out the East. I'll take the field in the West.
That's fair. I think most people
as long as Boston's healthy, they're They're fine.
I'm curious to see how this Jaylen Brown injury goes. They
Yeah,
say his knee. They say he's been taking shots. He got that Paul
yeah, ain't
George
good.
going. So
Yes.
and again, you talking about joking and stuff, but like Jaylen Brown's one of those guys that he's not really a defer type of guy. So if he's playing, he's gonna play. You feel me? He's not playing and trying to not get his, even though his knee is cooked and he need to go sit down. But I would be on that same side. I think Boston out the East and the field in the West. That seems pretty reasonable. I feel like OKC is gonna be hard to match up with Luca and LeBron. It's gonna be hard if they got to match up with the Clippers. It's gonna be hard if they got to go match up with the Warriors. It's gonna be hard to match up with. You don't want to play Jokic, like regardless, like it's just tough, right? And these are series that ultimately whoever comes out of the West is gonna be beat down,
Oh yeah,
beat down.
it's gonna be a bloodbath.
So and that's kind of what happened last year, right? Boston kind of cruised through the East. They pull up on Dallas, who on their last leg at this point, fighting, happy to be here, and you get smoked. So unfortunately, I feel like it's favoring that way, but it's cool. Let's look at some of these matchups, man. Out west, we got Lakers, Minnesota. How you feeling on this one? You rocking with the Lakers? Is it a sweep?
I don't think it'll be a sweep.
Okay.
I think Ant can get a couple games. Um, we know what Luca did last year in the playoffs against them, 32, 10 and 8. Got him out of here in 5. But it's an interesting matchup because obviously because of LeBron and Luca, we we're looking at the Lakers home court in this series, but I'm still
Time for
wondering
Luca.
if the Lakers can overcome their lack of depth in the front court. Jackson Hayes is give him credit. He's filled in nicely, but I mean, is that enough? I mean, obviously,
Well,
you're not going against a juggernaut, offensively on the other side. But I mean, still, Rudy Gobert, he can still, impact. He can possibly have an impact on a series. Like, come on, my man just
bro,
had
he's not.
35. He just had
He
35 last game of the series. I'm
he
just saying, like,
not.
if he dominates the glass and he's
You would hope
just like
so.
blocking shots, like,
I fear they're gonna have to go away from him though.
I mean, if they go small ball, like
I
it'll
feel they're gonna
definitely
have to. They're gonna have to.
could it's been something that's taken Rudy Gobert out of many a playoff series in his career. So, I mean, certainly, but I mean, I'm just saying it's just something to think about. Julius Randle, he's been known as a playoff dropper most of his career. I think overall shooting 34%, and I think like 28% from three in the playoffs. So I mean that doesn't bode well for them, but maybe he turns it around. Maybe he has a good series against the team that drafted him. But Minnesota is a great defensive team, so I think it has a chance to be close. And it's gonna have to have a coming out party. Uh, but like I feel like they match up okay with the Lakers due to lack of size, but I think offensively, it's a one man show over there in Minnesota. You gotta hope that Julius Randle. That's why, like, if Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert, DiVincenzo, Nas Reed, if they all have really good series like they did last year, like nobody expected Sporting Cast to play as well as they did last year. Obviously, there's no Cat this time around, but those guys step up. Jaden Daniels, I mean, between him and Ant, you got two great matchups that can, obviously you're not going to stop LeBron and Luca, but it's not necessarily barbecue chicken alert down there. So, I mean, those guys are talented enough to try to hang with them. So we'll see, but I don't think I trust Luca, LeBron, AR offensively to get off more so than the guys on Minnesota outside of Ant, Conley, Randall, Gobert. As great as they are defensively, it could be a struggle sometimes if Ant isn't catching fire. So I'll take the Lakers in 6, 5 or 6.
I was gonna say I feel like it's more of a Lakers in 5 kind of deal. Um, I mean, you made a lot of good points, man. I think my main thing is you're gonna have a great Ant night. You're probably gonna have two or three of them, where it's just like, hey. But to your point about defensively, they are a good defensive team, but he's also going to have to expel a lot of energy on that side of the floor in this series, right? Whether it's Luka, whether it's sometimes. Now, ideally, you would, if you go small, you would hope you can put Julius on LeBron. But I mean, you know how my boy Julius gets. That might not go well. You would hope Julius would be inspired going against LA, going against that playoff moniker that he's kind of adopted. Um, but yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like the Lakers are going to be way too much. Rudy Gobert is he's just not gonna be impactful, unfortunately. Right?
So
It's gonna get to the point where they just
Lakers have not been no juggernaut defensively.
Well, I mean
last couple of weeks.
That's fine. It's the playoffs now.
I mean, ever since Luka's gotten there, they take a lot of threes, obviously, because Luka and the attention he garners. One of the best passers in the league. He can find a lot of open guys, as well as his ability to create his own shot from three. But the Wolves are the only team that's been top 10 in 3-point defense in terms of efficiency and attempts allowed. So just something to think about.
I would love to see the series go to distance.
I'd love to see every series go to distance. That's just me, though, as a selfish NBA fan.
Embrace it, enjoy it. They got the days blocked. Might as well. I hope so, man. I think it'll be a good series, but I can definitely see Lakers getting this one in 5 with a lot of really, really good ant nights, though. Like just sprinkled in there, just him and Luka.
The ant nights are important.
Ant nights are important. What about the other series, man? Denver versus the Clippers. Not a matchup that Clippers fans wanted, allegedly, right? Some Clippers fans, I know they didn't really want to have to go against this guy and this Denver team. New coach. They don't look that bad. Jamal Murray, do you get playoff Murray this year? How you feeling about this one? I know on the other side, you got that man. When that man gets in the playoffs, and we've seen him the last week, he looks right in the form. Kawhi Leonard. So where are you leaning?
I'm all in on the Clippers for multiple reasons, and here's why. Last 21 games, a regular season, 18-3, went on a great run to, look like they were destined for the play-in. Got out of there and, great regular season. Probably one of the best last regular season games I've ever seen between the Warriors and Clippers.
Absolute banger.
Elite showdown.
Absolute banger.
And James Harden played, probably one of his best games of the season. Really turned his, career around. But yeah, and in that stretch, the Clippers have had the number 1 offense in the league, top 5 defense. So I think they're just coming in on a much higher note than the Nuggets right now. 13-8 for the Nuggets down the stretch, a bottom 10 defense. We know what they can bring offensively, especially when Murray is healthy, and it's going to be a huge concern for them. He's got a couple games under his belt, looked pretty good last couple regular season games, but is he going to be truly ready for playoff intensity? And can he perform like Jamal Murray in the playoffs that we're used to seeing, and the one that helped them capture a championship? But with them, especially now with them just firing their coach, a week or two before the playoffs, I just like we talked about last week, I just don't see any scenario where that works in their favor. So Clippers are, obviously trending in the right direction. Nuggets going downwards, but with all that being said, because they got that guy, they certainly still have a chance. But I am going with the Clippers. We know the kind of performer Kawhi is in the playoffs when he's healthy. Hasn't been able to play much in the first round the last couple of years, but we remember those 2 games that he had against the Suns in the first round. Back to back. I think he was at like 39 and 40 back to back before going down with the rest of that series. And we know what he's done in Toronto and the one year that they made the conference final. So we know what Kawhi brings to the table when it's playoff time. And as long as he's able to be healthy, missed the first 34 games of the season, but he's really played great basketball. last 2-3 months. Him and Harden, I think, can get it done. It's going to be tough playing in Denver, but Denver hasn't been as dominant at home as we're used to seeing because they're so bad defensively. And Zubac to me is he definitely is a candidate for most improved in my eyes. The way he's upped his game, someone that you can actually dump the ball down to in the post, and he's got a couple moves down there. I'm not saying he's going to stop Jokic, but I mean you got some size down there that you can throw on him, some size and length. So I like the Clippers in this matchup. But obviously I think because of how good Denver is offensively, you can't necessarily rule them out. But I'm gonna take Clippers in 6.
I like the Clippers love, man. I really do. I really do. Is got to give a shout out to James Harden. You touched on the season that he's had, but you talked about Kawhi missing first 34 games of the season. I think he only played 35.
Yeah, a lot of people did not give the Clippers a chance before the season.
They did.
A couple people that got on this pod were very, very hard on them. But I stayed the course and I said they can hold on until Harden gets back. They've got enough.
Yeah,
they had more than enough.
Sure enough, hey. Norman Powell, he said when Paul George left, it was
addition by subtraction.
Come on,
he damn sure was right.
So the Clippers,
I'm trying to get some of that addition by subtraction.
Nah, you was all in on Paul. You was all in on Paul. Stay with him.
I was all wrong.
You were. I tried to tell you.
I can admit it.
It's okay.
Stop it, man. Yo. You was on the side like, I like the Paul George move unbiasedly. Don't lie to me, yo. Now you lying for the cameras.
I'm not lying.
Now you lying for the cameras.
Here we go. That's called deflecting. Don't deflect.
Well, don't keep bashing my team, man.
You did it first.
I bashed the player.
Your franchise thanked the fans the other day for y'all.
We had Dr. J get on a plane and come see him just for him to play like that. That was all right. Can we just stay focused?
Yeah, we'll stay the course. I love the Clippers though. I hope, praying a healthy Kawhi playoff run. That makes the West really, really murky. They got depth, right? They're a really good team, man. And Ty Lue's a great coach, so they're gonna be tough. And I think Denver, this is the beginning, or this is the end to the end of this regime. I think some players will be out. Some movement will happen because they got our new coach, and this team isn't the team that got them there before. On the East, man, we gotta watch the Pacers again, unfortunately, and that man Tyrese Halliburton taking on the Pacers. Come on, bro.
Forgot. Got y'all up out of here. Game 7 in the Garden.
We just talked about not talking about your team, and then this is what you did.
My team ain't in the playoffs. We got to talk about your team.
You hate watching. We're not talking about my team right now. Milwaukee, Indiana came out today.
I like how you did that, though. You saved the Knicks for last. I like how you did that. That is not the main event.
It's going to be probably the only series with a sweep that we see in this first round. So.
No, that might be the only 7. That might be the only series we see go 7. Don't do that.
We're talking about the Bucks and the Pacers.
All right, Bucks Pacers. Let's get it.
Giannis.
Bucks Pacers. Let's get it. What's up?
Hey, I don't really care for this series personally. I hope Dame plays.
I'm excited for it.
I don't see.
Did we not forget what happened last year with Halliburton doing the Dame time celebration? Did we not forget the fiasco after?
Dame's not going to be there.
He's out for the whole series?
They say the start, but that's likely. Come on, we know what that means, bro. He's not playing.
We don't know what that means.
He's not playing.
And they didn't have a Giannis last year. Let's not forget.
I think any
the
team
whole
with Giannis,
fiasco.
any team
he
with
didn't
Giannis
forget. He didn't forget. They stole his 64-point ball. He didn't forget that.
You forced
There's some bad blood between these two teams.
He's been on a villain arc lately.
And I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, he's a little cornball.
Yeah, he's been on.
He's still going to drop 35, 14, and 6 on your head.
I think this series can go 7. If the Pacers play, if they play how they did last playoffs, where their supporting cast gets hot, Halliburton's running around, they can make this series tough, especially if Dame doesn't play. They play fast. They get a lot of possessions up. But to that point, we're going to see Giannis he might average a triple-double this series.
Yeah. They didn't have to deal with that problem last year. Got a guy that makes an impact on both sides of the floor. Obviously, Dame had a okay series offensively before he went down, but it's not really impacting the game on both ends like Giannis can.
I mean, that's
and then for the Pacers, I mean, how healthy is Siakam? I mean, he's been dealing with something with his elbow for a while. Points and efficiency all down since the All-Star breaks and dealing with that injury. So, and he popped off for 2 crazy games in Milwaukee last year. I think he had 37 and like 36 back to back.
He likes playing against.
So he well, I wasn't against Giannis last year. So
said the Bucks.
Yeah, last year in the playoffs. Yeah, when Giannis was out, he had like 30. He went off like 36 and 37 back to back. But I mean, he's got to be healthy. Like you said, Halliburton. Depends on what Halliburton we get. We gotta get the aggressive Hallie, not the one that likes to come out and score 0 points or 2 points.
Shoot the ball 3 times.
Just pass the ball. Yeah. They're 25 and 3 this year when he scores 20 or more. So when he's aggressive, that makes the defense have to kind of focus on him more, and that's when he's able to be who he is and find open guys and pass the ball and run the offense efficiently, smoothly like he wants to. I think the Bucks can win this series, and I would favor them if Dame was healthy. But without Dame, I don't know if they have enough offensively. You got Kuz. Giannis has been great. Bobby Portis is
his best game of the season in the last game. That might have been it.
And so I mean they've got some guys, but Gary Trent, but it's just something off about this team, the Bucks, all year. I mean, I know they still finished top 5. I mean, that's that's possible. It's possible. But if Dame can play half of this series, I'll take the Bucks in 7. If not, I don't think they have enough offensively to keep up with the Pacers.
Without him, if he doesn't play at all, does it still go 7?
Without him, Pacers in 6.
Is Milwaukee the 4?
No, Indiana has home court.
Oh my God, my eyes.
Yeah, I would take Giannis to win a Game 7 on the road.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, they're gonna need something from those guys though. Kuzma,
because Giannis is by far the best player in the series.
Absolutely.
So if he can just get Bobby Portis and a couple other guys, Kuz, to come along with him, got Kuz instead of Middleton this time around, I still like the Bucks.
We'll see if the emotional part of the series comes into play and how soon. With that, Giannis is an emotional player, so is Halliburton. That could really turn the series one way or another.
Looking forward to it.
Everybody's favorite series here.
Gosh.
The main show.
Y'all probably got the 1 o'clock game on Saturday.
A prime time, 6. Come on. Okay. Everybody's watching that.
Not bad.
I'm going to be watching. I know you are. Put your hater glasses on.
That's the series we've been waiting on.
The series that will tell me a lot about the future of my team, man. If this series goes any more than 6, if it goes to 6, firings need to come around.
Brother, this is going 7. I'm sorry to break it to you.
Why? Why would it go 7?
Well, first of all,
what?
Pistons were 3-1 against y'all this year.
What does that mean?
It means something. It means they got a little bit of a recipe to beat y'all. It means something. Cade average, what, like?
He averaged 30 plus.
Yeah, 30 and 8. You got some demons on that end. Like, is Cat just gonna be screaming "Oh my God" into the mic all series against what they call him, Beef Stew? I saw they be calling him Beef Stew. Cat can easily be manipulated and fall into these mind games.
All-Star Cat will be live and in effect.
That don't mean nothing.
Don't got nothing
when it comes to
who's the best player in this series
on the court.
Now?
Don't make me say it, man. That boy Cade had a nice year. Best player in the series don't always mean everything, though.
Who's the best player in the series?
Best player in the series don't mean everything. Take it from a Sixers fan.
If your guy's not available, he can't be the best player in the series.
He'd be available.
We're not talking about y'all. Who's the best player in the series? His name is Jalen Brunson. That's the bottom line of this right here. You talking about going 7. You really want to see Tobias Harris?
Nobody wants to see Tobias Harris, but
You trust that?
I'll
You
watch
trust
Cade.
him, and Tim Hardaway Jr. and Malik Beasley. You trust that?
So he's proven to be one of the best snipers in the league.
No, absolutely.
Made over 300 threes this year.
He can shoot it. Yeah, we don't guard the three well.
Yeah, and you got Cade coming at you, mismatch.
Who's guarding that man?
Asar Thompson. You know, Cade actually has pretty good numbers against Brunson. I was looking these up yesterday.
It's not a surprise.
Defensively, I mean,
he's huge. He's like 6'7".
And Asar Thompson didn't play like 2 of the 4 games in the series. Kind of bothered Brunson a bit the last game. I mean, Brunson's going to get his buckets. He's going to take... It's the playoffs, so he's going to be playing 46 minutes. He's going to be taking 50 shots. Like, he's going to get his...
50
shots. But is he going to pass... Is he going to pass the ball enough to Cat? Hopefully. Is Beef Stew going to get in his head?
He's not guarding Cat. He can't do nothing with Cat.
I mean, Knicks defense, even with all those wings that the Knicks have,
we got Mitchell Robinson
defensively as a team, they can come and go.
Mitchell Robinson's unleashed.
Okay, that is a huge component for y'all.
I would love to see Tibbs put OG on Cade.
I would love to see that matchup.
And not Mikal Bridges.
Definitely don't want that.
I still think, it's funny. You talk about teams being a year away and all this and that, and then you get the Pistons and the Knicks. You talking about 7 games.
Yeah.
You're a hater, bro. Knicks in 5.
I have the Knicks in 7.
No, it's fine.
I still got the Knicks, man. Pistons, it's been a good year. They're certainly, back to relevancy. Cade's a rising star.
You were right. I give you that. You were right about that, too.
Thank you. I did say that they were a sleeper team to make the playoffs. Didn't think they'd be this good. They were even better than I anticipated. But yeah, I told you they got some adults in the room, and that's what you need. You need vets and adults.
We do too.
You know his name? Young rising stars.
We got a vet in the room too. PJ Pops Tucker. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Different team, different energy. It's playoff time. PJ been getting minutes too.
Yeah, I see. That's bad news for y'all.
You can foul. Get a couple on K early. Y'all gonna be sick. We about to turn it on.
Don't say y'all.
You gonna be sick.
I still have the Knicks in 7, bro.
I don't want to hear that. That's hate.
I still got y'all winning. Calm down.
We'll see. You still ain't say who the best player in the series is.
I did. I said I'll go with... I said Cat.
Okay. That's funny. We'll do that. Any of these 1-8s, 2-7s, potential 1-8s and potential 2-7s, intriguing to you right now? No, I think I know what you might be thinking.
I mean, I think if anybody, everybody wanted to play Houston because obviously they're the fresh meat of this postseason. Really young team exceeding expectations. Everybody expected them to be the 2 seed. Got a lot of nice young players. Not really a go-to star on the team. I mean, Sengun's probably going to be all-NBA, all-star. He had a great year. But I think if the Warriors get that matchup, if they survive their play-in, I'm taking the Warriors in 6. And I hope we get that matchup after their last meeting and with the MAU Doka and Steph Curry alter low back and forth, and obviously Dylan Brooks versus Draymond again, renewing that rivalry. So I hope that's the matchup because I'm looking forward to it.
That would be hilarious. That's what we need. I definitely would like to see that. I mean, even if Memphis wins and beats the Warriors tonight, I think that, Memphis Rockets is also still an interesting series too.
It's solid. It's not as fun though.
I mean, not nearly as fun.
I don't think it's not fair to. Honestly, I will be pissed if I don't get the Lakers and Warriors in the playoffs this year. Don't care who wins, but I will be pissed if that's not the matchup.
We need that. We definitely need that. So we'll see, man. Like we said, playing going on. These next couple days, playoffs officially start on Saturday. So we'll see how things are going, man. I want to see if Nell's right about these Pistons, man. I don't know. This 6, so we'll see.
Man, I just said they're gonna lose in the first round, and you still trying to throw them in my face.
Sorry, them your guys, man. Stay with your guys. I know what you're doing. That blue and red that you wear for the Sixers is gonna change to Pistons blue and red real quick. Let it be a series when we get on here next week.
I hope not.
Yeah, exactly.
You better hope not.
So
y'all better not lose this one.
I know better than to believe what you got going on over here. So
if y'all lose in the first round, just take a couple weeks off.
Oh, don't you worry. I'm changing my phone number. I need a new phone anyway.
That's cool. I don't need your phone number. I don't need your phone number to get you on here. Get you on Riverside.
I need to go on hiatus.
Hiatus.
We don't want that.
Not after getting eliminated by Mr. Crumble Cookie himself.
All right, bro. We're done.
You take a first round exit to Tobias Harris.
You done?
We gonna have some problems.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, appreciate that. That's gonna do it for this episode, man. Season 3, episode 88. We appreciate y'all as always.
Pistons won again. That's what we're gonna be singing next week.
Continue to show love on all social media platforms, on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, YouTube, everything. We got you covered at 2 for 2 Pod, man. With that,
Detroit basketball.
Please stop, bro. We got it. I hate you.